Ladies and gentlemen, this is the third and final match of the first round of the #1 Contenders tournament. The finals next week. You have Shadow Jackson and Nemesis, the Urban Assault Squad, reunited. The only three-time tag team champions in NWA Arena history. Their opposition.
Hey, Greg Hunter, you'll be so proud of me.
This should be good. What?
I've done my homework.
Uh-huh.
I've looked for four-man supergroups.
Uh-huh.
And I can't believe it. It was right in front of my face the whole time.
I'm sure it was.
The Anger Alliance are emulating the Jackson 5.
The Jackson 5 weren't even wrestlers, you idiot.
Hey, you know what? They had to fight off the groupies.
And for the record, there were 5 of them, you moron. They got 4 guys. Roll up. 1, 2. 1 count. 1. Take 1 away from 5. You got 4, which is how many guys there are in the Anger Alliance, you idiot. Don Matthews and Brandon Phoenix supply the opposition for the Anger Alliance. The Stray Cat, Brody Ray Chase at ringside. Duck under reversal. Boot to the midsection. Drop kick square in the top of the head of Merciless Don Matthews. Nemesis, front chancellery, tag, and in comes Shadow Jackson, who has nothing to do with the Jackson 5, you blooming moron.
Of course he doesn't. It's the Anger Alliance. They're emulating the Jackson 5. However, I figured you would try to debate my argument, so I looked for some more tapes.
You did, okay.
Yeah. There was a group of guys where they kind of rotated members throughout the years.
Uh-huh.
And, they had a great manager who was a veteran of the sport.
Uh-huh.
Devastation Incorporated.
Since when does the Stray Cat Brody Ray Chase look like Skandor Agbar to you?
Skandor had blonde hair under his turban.
Tag, in comes Brandon Phoenix. Arm drag by Shadow Jackson, make it 2. Shadow Jackson took on the Extreme Dream Mickey Free in the dog collar match back at Hostile Environment. Victorious in that brutal contest. Shadow Jackson lines it up, elbow, and the capacity crowd is lighting it up for the 3-time former tag team champions.
Well, I'm glad to see old Cyclops, One-Eye Jackson, back to full strength in that eye there. No longer wearing the bandage over the eye, I guess.
Well,
Doing a transplant, maybe?
Well, we would assume that it has healed, given proper time.
Maybe he got a glass eye with a contact.
Tag, in comes Merciless Don Matthews, as my broadcast partner continues to prove that he is the single most moronic man to ever wear a headset. Knife edge chop, lighting up the chest of Nemesis. Nemesis will trade with you. Going off on Don Matthews, rake of the eyes, forearm, chop from Matthews, staggers Nemesis, make it 2. Matthews lines him up, right hand. Another chop off the ropes, big kick. The BFK goes for the cover, hook of the far leg, and only a 2 count.
Well, I gotta say, Nemesis was looking good for somebody who was as rusty as that 76 station wagon you drive. But, all of a sudden, this is what happens when you're out of the ring months at a time. This is what happens when you just disappear. This is what happens when you go home. This is what happens when you leave your partner hanging high and dry. This is what happens to you when you don't have enough heart, guts, and determination to show up in the ring.
Look, whatever Nemesis was going through for that month is his business. Shadow Jackson, I'm sure, knows what it was, and they are back together. That's all that really matters here. But right now, the choke being applied by the former television champion of the world, Brandon Phoenix, pulls him up, T-bone suplex.
And you know something, Greg Hunter? It's going to be Nemesis' selfishness. It's going to be the fact that he left his partner hanging high and dry. That's going to cost his team the match here tonight. The Anger Alliance are going to go on to the tag team tournament, the finals next week, and they're going to win that match. They're going to win the Texas Tornado match. They're going to be the #1 contenders to the tag team titles, and they are going to be the greatest team to ever, the 4-man team ever, to hold the tag team titles. You name me one other 4-man team that could be as great as them that held tag team titles.
Pulls Nemesis to his feet, tag. In comes Brandon Phoenix. Phoenix has him set up. Knee to the head Right into the side, Russian leg sweep from Matthews. A little double team continuity from the Anger Alliance.
Now, you got to be kidding me.
What?
Brent Wiley stopped in the middle of that count. Does he have something against the Anger Alliance?
No, he has something against someone's foot being under the ropes and trying to count it.
I didn't see his foot under the ropes.
Suffice it to say, Brent Wiley obviously had a better vantage position than you. Leg drop from Brandon Phoenix.
You know, sometimes I really wish I could be a referee. I'd make so much money. I mean, I would enforce the rules, is what I meant to say.
Weren't you a referee at one point in your career?
Yes, and that was a very good year, but I didn't want to report that to Uncle Sam. Thank you. Thank you very much for throwing me under the bus there, pal.
Forearm shot. A series of them by Nemesis to the side of the head of Don Matthews. Matthews, back elbow, drops Nemesis.
What I've been saying all along, Greg Hunter, ring rust. This guy, I mean, you can't be on the disabled list. You can't take personal time off for 2 months, come back in one night and expect to hit a home run. It makes no sense whatsoever.
Well, the natural gifts remain. Matthews, though, sets the man up, has him up. A modest driver out of merciless Don Matthews. There's a weapon you don't see out of this guy's arsenal.
Oh, Don Matthews is full of surprises.
Well, he is at that cover, does not hook a leg, only gets a 2 count. It's worth noting, despite Nemesis' month away from the rings of NWA Anarchy, the Urban Assault Squad, aside from being 3-time tag team champions, having their long association like riding a bike.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, Matthews.
This is the BDL.
He's lining up for the lariat. Nemesis staggers to his feet. Shadow's trying to point it out to him, and Nemesis apparently saw it, cuts the lariat. Diving headbutt of sorts, just drills it straight under the jaw of Don Matthews, and both men are down.
I figured it out. That's where he was at.
What?
They need to x-ray his head. He had a steel plate inserted into his head because there's no way a simple headbutt from Nemesis would drop Don Matthews.
Tag, in comes Brandon Phoenix. Tag, in comes Shadow Jackson. Shadow Jackson is going to town. Right hand to the head of Don Matthews. Sends him to the far side, duck under reversal. Matthews, back body drop all the way to the arena floor. Pearl Harbor job by Brandon Phoenix. Right hand.
Come on, Brody, get in there and do something.
And now,
oh, there we go.
Distracting referee Brent Wiley and the Stray Cat. The Stray Cat gets Shadow Jackson.
He was just trying to help him.
Brody Ray Chase has Jackson. And right there, almost hit his own mentor. Didn't matter too much. Jackson, belly-to-belly suplex, cover, hook of the leg, and the UAS goes to the finals.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winners of the match, the
Urban Assault Squad picks up the win. We now know next week's tournament finals, the Texas Tornado 3-way dance will be Seth DeLay and Adrian Hawkins versus the Hollywood Brunettes versus the Urban Assault Squad. We could see two of these teams get another shot at the tag team titles. We could see this team get an opportunity to become 4-time tag team champions.
I'm nauseous.